Hello and welcome back to the SML podcast. This is the Playing the Field with Field Journal 007 special SML Super Bowl pregame show coming at you today. We're going to break down a few topics. Just going to be me on the show, so I'm just going to talk about a few quick points. Going to give you my prediction on the big game tonight. It's a game of many first. For one, it's the first game or the first Super Bowl of Madden 18 for the SML. And also, it's the first time that the SML Super Bowl is going to be played for an actual physical trophy, so good luck to both players tonight. So we've got the Colts, primetime 0-0, and WL Jones, Panthers, and I guess we'll break down the Panthers first. Their season was 15-1. Their last loss, or the first loss, came at Week 17, which is the last regular season game of the season against the Falcons. Now, the Panthers fielded the number one offense in terms of points with 36 points per game. They also were the number 2 overall yardage with 345 yards a game. And so basically what that tells you is, they're putting up a lot of points and they're able to move the ball well. And then defensively, they're the second defense overall, only allowing 14 points a game and only allowing 50 yards per game rushing. And they're number 1 in total yards defensively, 212 yards. That being said, I think that the one trend when you look at it, Week 16 they blew out the Bucks 42-20, and then Week 17 they lost their first game of the season 29-24, and then they played the Vikings 27-21, and they won that game in the NFC divisional game, and then the NFC Championship they beat the Rams 21-17. Now it's a far cry from the numbers such as Week 1, which they won 35-14, or Week 5 49-28. Or you just go down the list, they had a lot of blowout victories, and it seems like that the point total and the margin of victory has begun to dwindle. That being said, they're still a 15-1 team, so you got to give them credit where credit's due. And then for the Colts, they were 12-4 on the season. They were top 10 offensively, was number 6 overall with 25 points per game. Defensively, top 10 in all categories other than against the run, where they allowed 90 yards per game rushing opposed to 164 yards passing, and only allowing 19 points per game. So if there's one chink in the Colts defense, it is the run game, and that's always been a pretty strong point for WL Jones. Now, the Colts have been, I would say, trending upwards as of late. They lost in Week 15 to the Broncos, was their 4th loss of the season, of 41-17. Just complete debauchery. It was a meltdown-type game, several turnovers, several interceptions thrown. And then they turned it around. Week 16, they won 24-17. Week 17, 24-14. And then the playoffs, they won the divisional weekend, 21-19. And then the AFC Championship game, 27-24. And why I say they're trending upward in the playoffs, if you look at it, Andrew Luck has not thrown an interception in the playoffs. And in the AFC divisional game, he was 10-15, $133 with 1 touchdown. And then the Smoke'em Blount had 12 carries for 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. And then if you look at the AFC Championship game, Andrew Luck's no interceptions, 15-18, 299 yards passing, 1 touchdown. Blount, 17 carries, 93 yards, 2 touchdowns. They're a more physical team with an offense with running the ball with Blount. And I think that's it's an added dimension that the Colts didn't have in the regular season, is to be able to impose their will on a team with that running game, and obviously that's going to help them out big. You don't want to be one-dimensional, and I think a lot of times it's kind of hard not to avoid that, and it'll be interesting to see what the Colts are able to do tonight against the Panthers. Last thing left to decide here is who's going to win the Super Bowl. My prediction is the Colts over the Panthers. The body of work is just great, and more substantial than anyone else in the league, so I'm going with the Colts. Comment below who you think will win the SML Super Bowl, and be sure to like, subscribe, take care, and have a great day.